Welcome to this episode of Coffee with Cornell. Today we're going to talk about the hybrid work environment. Grab a cup of coffee, it's nothing to be afraid of. The hybrid work environment is really nothing new. But when we think about it, it's been brought to the forefront because of the last 16, 18 months in which we're all fighting our way through this COVID-19 impact that it had on the workplace. A number of years ago, and when I tell you the end of the story, you'll understand how long ago it was, I was doing a study with a plant manager from a company. And the plant manager said, well, gee, if you could give me these 5 pieces of information, I'd be able to manage my plant from a beach with a CRT, that stands for cathode ray tube, that was something attached to the computer, you follow me? Show you how old the idea was, with a gin and tonic. So in his mind, he was forecasting the hybrid work environment, which he didn't have to be physically at his plant in order to perform his tasks. So we're starting to see what's happening with the hybrid work environment, and a number of people have identified that as a result of COVID and being outside of the office, the Social Security Administration being one of those organizations, they identified that a number of their employees were more productive when they were outside of the office setting. Maybe it's because they weren't right there with their manager, that could be a factor, or because some people actually work better in a more quiet environment, which they have less distractions from externals. Other people being externals in this case, right? Other people find that they gain energy from the interaction of people being around. And certainly ideas get a chance to percolate more freely when everyone's around and people are engaged. So there's some other aspects as to why being together is also important. So that's the essence of the hybrid work environment, is that we're going to be trying to combine both of those two models. Combine the best of people who want to be perhaps lone and more singular in their work with those who have team environments and gain creativity and other energies based upon working with each other. Let me tell you some of the hiring aspects of what's going to happen as a result of the new hybrid environment. One of the things that I anticipate is going to happen is that hiring practices with a lot of organizations are going to be modified to identify those employees who will be able to work and be productive in a hybrid work environment. Those hiring practices will probably tend to have a combination of skill sets. One, recognizing those employees who can be productive in an individual setting, working heads down, if you will, or to accomplish an individual task. And then the others will be able to switch and move back into a more robust environment with other members of their team in order to continue moving with a team project or a larger project in which there's a need for more sharing of ideas and more creativity in that regard. Both of those environments will be important in order to maintain the productivity the organization will be looking for moving forward, and individuals who can fit and be suited well for both of those environments will be the ones they'll be looking for in the future. So keep in mind that for your skill development and what you need to do, because when the hiring practices come along, you want to make sure you're in the right place with the right set of skills to be selected. The benefits of a hybrid environment will combine the best of both worlds. By combining the best of both worlds, I'm saying that certainly there are times in which being in an individual solitary work environment is the right thing, because you need to focus, you need to concentrate on something that you have total control over. In other times, you need to be together with your team, with a larger group, with those who you're going to be sharing that project with in order to get the best ideas, the best creativity, and make sure there's clear communication as to how you're going to proceed and move forward. That hybrid environment allows you that flexibility on both worlds, both using the space that you already have or will acquire in your organization and/or for that space you may have at home. Those combinations of two also gives each individual an opportunity to maximize his or her preference in regards to how they get most work done. It's going to be a good idea for everybody. Get on board with it. Make it good for yourself. Be productive with it. And join me next week on Coffee with Cornell. Friends, I want you to like, subscribe, and then hit the bell for notifications for future episodes. Come on, help me out, and it'll help to make Coffee with Cornell even better for you.